Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hello, everybody. Today is February 26th, 2016, and I always say that because we're going to be living forever on YouTube. If you go to char.net, you can watch all the shows if you've missed some of them. Well, the reason that Sonny's all dressed up today is because this coming week on March the 3rd is his 3rd birthday. Aww. So may he live a 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, please God. So anyway, I'm not going to sing happy birthday, but the hat won't stay on, so I'm going to take it off. I have an amazing guest today, all the way from Australia, and I'm so excited. And as soon as I met her in the green room, I went, oh my goodness, this is a lovely soul, a kind soul, a healing soul, somebody that I would want to be friends with. And so I feel like I'm making a new friend right now. Her name is Elizabeth Peru, and let's see, she's been studying metaphysics since 2000, and she does the Tip-Off Global Energy Forecast, which we really want to hear about. And she does many other things like meditation and sound healing groups. Do you do the sound? Oh, this is Elizabeth, everybody. Do you do the sound things, the sound bath?
With the crystal bowls?
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Love
did not
them.
say balls. She said bowls.
I didn't say balls. Bowls.
Bowls. I just did that. There's a place called when you come here longer, you need to come. There's a place called the Integratron. Do you know about it?
No. Sounds good.
Oh, it was built by a man who was guided by UFO people to build this dome, and they use the sound bowls, and honestly, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But tell us about it. It was amazing.
Yeah,
and so you do
be.
Healing with color, and you do healing.
I have in the past. So I originally studied sound and color healing and therapy.
Okay, but your main thing is the Tip-Off Global Energy
These
Forecast.
days it is, yeah.
Okay, and what is that?
Okay, so I started writing, I call it the Tip-Off. People around the world know that name. Mm-hmm. I started writing it back in 2003 because I myself have an interest in what's going on with the planets. And I'm not an astrologer, so everything I write is intuitive. And I love to know, right, if we've got a full moon, I tune in to soul and ask, well, what does that mean? In a practical way, because I like to be practical with spirituality. I like to say, well, what is that going to mean for me and others?
And that's really important because so many people think...
Because that's how we get through to people.
So many people think we're crazy, like when we do things like this, and it's woo-woo, but who cares? I've been doing this for over 40 years. I don't care anymore.
No. And I think it's really important to be integrated.
It is. It's true.
And to be here, living your mainstream life, but having that conscious connection. Because that's what changes other people, too, because they start to think, hey.
I agree with you, because most of the TV shows I've ever done for 40 years have been in mainstream television. It hasn't been like psychic shows.
No.
It's been on the mainstream ones.
Yeah.
So, okay, so tell us what you do. Describe the work that you do.
So with the Tip-Off forecast, so I tune in 7 days in advance, and I look at what's happening with planetary patterns, and then I ask, what's practically going to be here? What influences are going to be here each day for people all over the globe? And I like to write for one world, so I don't separate northern and southern hemisphere. I remember when I was a student myself, I could never find one forecast that suited everyone. There was one that talked about the northern, or one that talked about the southern hemisphere, and I never liked that. I thought, no, there's got to be something intuitive for everyone. So I write for everyone. So you can be in the US or you can be in Australia, and you can read Monday, and it will make sense to you, and it will be your day. And I'm here now in the US, I've been here a week, and I read my own forecast.
So let's see. What's today? Today is
It's Friday, and there's awesome
And
energy
what is
around.
today about?
Today's all about positivity, and there's been a huge wave of positivity open up over the last 24 hours into the weekend. You can feel it. I mean, it's all about connections and opening up and meeting people.
Like the doors are opening to, like, because sometimes there's blocks.
Yeah, and there have been
And
a lot.
there have been a lot of blocks. Why is that?
Well, we're in this year, 2016 is an interesting year. It's a 9 year for the planet, as you would know if you look at numerology.
And what's your numerology number?
Mine, I'm an 8.
You're an 8.
Yeah, I'm an 8. I like 8s. It's not always an easy path 8. You take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. You've got to really keep yourself in check.
But the Earth is a 9?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised because the 9 energy is very, very like compassionate and very spiritual and very soulful. And it's about walking into the unknown this year. And you don't know where you're going. It's a year of the soul. And the head just has to follow this year, what I call the personality. Last year was a little bit more personality based.
Right.
We pushed ourselves a little bit forward, but this year we can't do that. We've just got to follow. And we're wrapping up universally what we began in 2008. So I call it the year of completion this year. And I feel a lot of people...
Completion of...
Whatever you need to complete. And every individual will know that, what they're completing this year. And it began with a bang in January. We started off with a Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love them.
I do too. You might have been born under Mercury retrograde if you
I don't think I was, but I appreciate a bit of hard work.
I was born under them, and I get more psychic.
You would. It's the best time of the year for discovering what you missed out on.
It is.
Yeah, it really is. I love it. I encourage everyone to love it. I'm not a doomer and gloomer about anything. Planetary.
Attitude is so important.
Yeah.
Because because we can plant something, especially someone like you, who so many people follow and listen to. If you say one thing that might be the slightest bit negative, they might just be depressed.
I never do. Because for me, there's always something to learn from everything. So I always look at what we're going to learn, how we're going to grow. And I believe in a bit of discipline. I think we need discipline. I always say it's not a dirty word. And we have to practice and keep going through our lessons and practice and love it because you keep getting, I guess,
so true.
better every year.
It's so true because people who think they know it all
really
don't.
It never ends. I always say people ask me all the time on Facebook and stuff. They say, when's this going to end? When am I going to feel better?
There was a woman named Jean Houston who said, guru is spelled just like it is. G-U-R-U. It's true. We always need to learn.
Yeah.
And it's great that you teach that to people.
Always.
Yeah.
I believe that's why we're here, to learn and grow and experience creation.
Where exactly do you think we are in the metaphysical place and evolution of our planet?
It's an interesting period that we're in. We've got opportunity now because we're all connecting like never before. I'm here talking to you. This wouldn't have happened 5 years ago.
No, because I didn't have CharVision 5 years ago.
No, and and I didn't.
And you're here, and it's meant to be, and I don't even know how Elisa found you.
He found me
from John. Thank you, John.
Probably Facebook.
Thank you so
and,
much.
Facebook wasn't. I mean, I was on it 5 years ago, but it wasn't the presence it is now. And I love social media. I use it as a force for good.
Well, John, this is like. Oh, amazing! Really, you get big brownie points for this one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe we should use it as a force for good. I'm really, I'm strict about my Facebook page too. I don't let just anyone come on and mess it up for people because it's a strong community all over the world, and they're there to help each other and there to grow and to learn. That's what I'm all about too. So this year, with all this technology coming on board, we're waking up a lot faster, and it's compounding and we're accelerating. And I'd say the next 20 years or so will be very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meaning?
Interesting in I believe that people are going to rise. I do. I don't see us, going under. A lot of people are saying technology is going to,
take us under?
Yeah.
But you don't think so?
No, not if we have people actually rising into their soul, rising into the greatness.
Who are healers who want to help heal.
And integrating more and talking
work together.
More. Yeah.
And not let egos get in the way.
Yeah, you can't have an ego.
Good luck.
Well, I'm an eternal optimist.
I know. But seriously, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I really feel that more people are becoming more humble. I do.
It's interesting though, because I'm here from Adelaide, which is a little tiny little town. But I don't feel any different now that I'm here. It's bigger. But
Yeah.
we're all the same.
It's true.
We're all the same. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I've just stepped into the next room.
That's because you're supposed to be here.
And it's a different room.
It's because you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, it feels
right?
good. Yeah.
So you'll be coming here more?
I trust, so I mean...
I feel like she'll be coming here more. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes I forget what I do. I feel like you're supposed to come here
yeah,
more.
it felt right. I listened to my guidance and my guides, and they said, get over there. So I did.
Why do you think it's so important to collectively raise the vibration of our planet at this point in time?
Because the more of us that do, the more people get educated, the more that wake up, the easier our life becomes and the more sense it makes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very much about encouraging people to have a voice and to share and not be afraid that if you're in a board meeting or if you're sitting in a bar, or like I was in a department store today and I was trying on some perfume. And so the first thing I said is that natural? And that's natural. This is, because I'm being myself. She goes, oh, yes, it has some ingredients. And before long, we were having the deepest chat. And there you go, you're sparking off with each other. And that's what we do. So we be ourselves in normal everyday life, and then we spark off one another, and people start to have more, I guess, understanding and awareness in their life, and they start to be themselves. And so I'm very much for encouraging people not to hold back on their beliefs.
Well, I think some people are so insecure they don't know how to be themselves.
Yeah, well, it takes practice. Just that first word.
That little bit of confidence.
Yeah, just that, like I said today, they were at a perfume counter and my head's probably going, oh, they're probably full of synthetics. Well, my soul's going, just ask. Are they natural? So are they natural? And that just started the whole conversation.
And so did she give you her number?
Yeah. LA, isn't it?
Did you get a lot of samples?
I got one sample from her. Only one.
That's good.
Yeah.
Samples are good.
Yeah.
That's one good thing in America. We can get some things free. Like if you go
Samples,
to places like Ben and Jerry's, like I'm in the desert a lot.
Yep.
And I mean, my people came from the desert. We walked 40 years and 40 nights, but I'm talking about Palm Springs.
Yeah, understand.
And so like they give you taste at Ben and Jerry's, and then C's Candy gives you free candy.
They do that in Australia too.
They do?
Yes, I can go to my local supermarket and ask to taste the olives and things, and they'll give it to you.
This is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
Yeah.
Australia's lovely.
Yeah, I love it. It keeps you grounded. It's a strong energy, and it keeps you in your place. Let's put it that way. You can't get too big for your boots in Australia.
How do the planetary changes we've been experiencing relate to the Earth's spiritual evolution?
Okay, so things are certainly accelerated on a planetary level. Obviously the sun, and when it goes through its every 11-year cycle, its solar maximum, that helps us, and that's waning now. So last year was particularly intense. We had a lot of hits, shall we say, a lot of wake-up
Last year
hits.
was difficult.
Very difficult for people.
Right, everybody at home?
Yeah, a lot of hits.
We had a hard 2015.
It was like you're pushing a lot.
Yeah.
It didn't actually flow a lot. This year flows a lot more.
But still not as much. Not as much as we wanted to, but still flows better, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I think
just got to
you're
trust more this year. See, we're not going to know the outcome this year.
No.
You're not going to know the outcome. You just got to go in. We like to know outcomes. There's no outcome given. In fact, I'm finding it difficult to plan too far ahead this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because I feel this is a year where the soul's leading, the heart, and the soul already knows everything. But it's the head, what I call your personality, that likes to know the outcome.
We get in our way.
We get in our own way. And so this year, the head has to kind of come down to the heart and just follow and go. And not know what's coming around the corner, but trust that it's the right thing.
So faith.
Faith, definitely.
Faith is
Through
an
action.
important...
Through action this year.
Faith through action.
Yeah. So to prove faith, you've got to do it.
Got to do it, guys.
I always say action's the most spiritual path you can take. You can sit back and think that you know what you are and who you are, but until you put it into practice, you don't know. So this is a year where you put your faith into action.
I love that.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. We all need to put our faith into action this year.
And you'll be supported.
And be proactive with
Proactive.
it. And the universe is supportive of it.
And you'll find
The
when
energy
you do
of the
that,
earth.
It is the Earth's energy this year in that cycle.
Isn't that exciting, everyone?
It is, and it's not until you do it that you'll find how supported you are and how easy the doors open for you this year.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like that leap of faith, isn't it?
It is a leap of faith.
Yeah, and as soon as you take that step, you're
And we're in a
supported.
leap. Are we in a leap year as well?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so there we
Yeah.
go. And
Yeah.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
So we need to take our
it's-
leap of faith in a leap year.
Yeah, which is a spiritual year. So why not? I mean, do it, practice it.
Okay, so how can we take the energy of the Earth's power places and use it to further spiritual evolution?
Okay, that's a good question.
Okay.
Because I like Earth's energy places. I've been to lots of them as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I love them. I love the energy
in
of
other
sacred.
countries?
Yeah, other
Or
countries.
where, like in England or?
I've been to England a few times. I lived there in the 90s, and Egypt, of course, which I've got
Oh.
a deep Egyptian connection.
Oh.
I love Egypt.
Whoa.
It's beautiful, and the temples there. I just love sitting there. I actually got quite ill before I arrived. I think it's quite a karmic
Wow.
thing. I was actually very sick when I got there, and
Oh,
yeah, but it lasted a couple of days, and then I felt good. It was like a burning off.
right.
Yeah, so Egypt's one of those, and it's interesting when the revolution happened in early 2011. I remember saying to my people, my community, back in 2010, I believe the 2012 energies just happened, and that was at the end of 2010.
Oh,
I felt it. I felt the big shift that we all spoke about coming in 21st of December 2012. I thought it happened 2 years earlier.
oh,
And it's interesting because then the revolution happened a couple months later, early 2011.
wow.
And I saw that as a
You
resetting.
saw it
Yeah,
ahead of time.
yeah. I think once Egypt got reset, and it was quite amazing what happened there with the government and the people rising up. That was a big signal to me. I remember writing a big email to my people about that. Then we had a lot of earth movement in 2011. We had the tsunami, I believe it was in Japan.
Yes.
A lot of big...
Does that change power places
Yeah.
when there's a tsunami or an
Japan's
earthquake?
interesting. There's a lot of old Atlantean energy in Japan.
There is.
There is. They get a lot of stuff happening there.
Have you ever done, well, do you ever do past life regression or go back to your life in Atlantis?
It's
Or
interesting when I sleep. I get everything when I sleep. So I have quite intense out-of-body experiences. They started happening for me spontaneously back in the mid-90s when I first started really waking up after a divorce, and I sort of went quiet into my shell for a while, and then I started having some very lucid dreams. And
because you were finally free.
yeah, I was, and I could explore who I was. And I think it's important sometimes to be on your own.
I think it's really important to be on our own sometimes.
And quiet and contemplate, because that's when everything happens.
It's so true, because then no one else's noise is around bothering us.
It's important.
It's really important.
Yeah, we've all got to do it.
Especially when you do spiritual work.
Yeah. Well, it calls to you then. And you'll know it calls to you.
So, well, do you feel a power place in Los Angeles?
When you say that, I keep seeing the desert.
Yes.
I keep
I
seeing
agree
the
with you.
desert. That's what I keep seeing.
I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah. It feels really like there's a bit of a vortex in the desert here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
That makes sense.
yeah, it's an opening. Opens up.
When you communicate and you get messages, do you know who's giving them to you, where they're coming from, how you're getting them? Is it universal? What is it?
Well, I'm a big believer that our souls are quite magnificent.
Okay,
Each
I
one
get
of
that.
us.
So, okay,
And I always encourage people to channel their own soul.
that's a great idea. Actually, I like that. I like that. You know why? I mean, I'm a medium, and I talk to. I'm a large today, but I am a medium, and I communicate with the spirit world. But I'm always so careful about information. I always measure it with the highest level of goodness, love, and God, because spirits are like friends. They can give you good advice and bad advice.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying is go to your soul,
Yes.
your pure soul,
Yes.
where there's a pure trust.
Your source, your connection to source. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel I'm channeling myself, if anything. I don't even stop to think about it. It just comes forward. I
And
just start to talk.
But do you do protection?
Never.
You don't do
Char?
white light?
No, I don't do anything. I just pull it through.
Okay.
And I never have. I've tried to, because people talk that we should, and I've been through it all, but it never feels natural to me.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel it's important.
yeah.
I feel protection and prayer and positive thinking. Well, you do positive thinking all the time.
I just live it every minute, really.
Right.
I don't stop.
Right. But I also know other people have baggage. They have energetic baggage.
I
So
do. Well, I like to keep myself clean. So the
so
thing
you
that I
do
noticed.
then.
Well,
Then you do keep yourself clean.
Well, you know how I keep myself clean? I
How?
keep my environment clean. So
That's smart.
over the years, I've pulled away from most people I used to know.
So you really are protecting yourself without.
That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
You're playing whack-a-mole.
I stay in my own space. And I made a decision about 10 years ago not to follow.
Do you know what whack-a-mole is?
No.
It's a game. It's a game, and you always have to keep the things down with a hammer. So as long as they're all down, you're okay. So you're always like on guard.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on guard.
But that's
I
smart.
protect the space.
That's smart, because
Yeah.
you're special, and you need to do that.
Well, yeah. Well, I found, like I said, I pulled away from most of my friends a while ago because I find it's easier that way.
But maybe they weren't really friends.
No, I knew that if I was going to keep hanging around certain people, I'd never do my work.
Never.
Never.
People have to understand, right?
So yeah, and people see that as a sacrifice. I don't. I see it as necessary.
I agree with you.
And when
And it's
you
not
know,
an escape either.
No,
It's something that needs to be done so you can
Yeah.
do what you need to
you do. And I'd recommend that to people. If they're feeling a need to pull away from certain people, you won't feel alone, guaranteed. Because when you're being creative and pulling through your
Well,
truth.
you're a healer, so they were probably draining you.
Yeah, I can often feel drained around certain people.
Yeah,
So I
they were
step
probably
back.
draining you.
Yeah, I have good boundaries in that way.
So smart.
You've got to do it.
This
I
is
think.
so good that you know how to do all this. It's so smart for
And then
all
you
of us
don't need to do
learn.
all the protection stuff because that is your protection. You're right.
It
And the
is.
other big thing I recommend to people, if they want to do their work, they're thinking about being a healer or a medium, or they want to really use their skills,
Mm-hmm.
is I would say, if it works for you, it works for me. I pulled away from listening to other teachers. I pulled away from reading all the books, following all the latest advice, and I just cocoon myself, and then I just pull through my stuff.
I've never read anybody else's books.
There you go.
And
same.
but I've written 4.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
more than that. Because I wrote some in Dutch. So not that. Wait, I don't speak Dutch. I had shows in the Netherlands, and so every year we had for my TV shows we had a new.
I got a big
book.
audience in the Netherlands.
You do.
Yes.
How great!
I know.
They're lovely.
Yeah, they love
The people are
work,
lovely.
yeah.
They love this work.
Yeah, they do.
They dub me the godmother of spirituality there.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very, very sweet.
yeah.
But the point is that I don't read other people's books either because I don't want to write what somebody else wrote.
Correct. It muddies the waters.
Mm-hmm.
It muddies the
And
channel.
have you written books then?
Well, I've actually written books, okay, and they've been sitting on my computer for a while, and because
And
I've
now?
been it's interesting because I talk about this new human that's developing, and one of the books I wrote in 2010 talks about being a guide for the new human, and I always had a feeling that it wasn't quite ready to come out yet, but I keep getting the nudge while I'm here.
I
We're
think
ready
you're
now.
supposed to. It
Yeah.
sounds like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Are they like Avatar people?
No, they're us.
I know, but are we like Avatar people?
Well,
where we can really do like amazing
of course
things?
we can.
There you
Of
go.
course we can. That is the new human to me. It's not some sort of sci-fi robotic fusion of technology and humanity. To me, it's the real sort of spiritual angelic self coming through in our everyday life.
That's so special.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean we won't have
Your work is
systems
special.
and-
Your work
I
is
love-
special
I
to
love my
teach
work.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really special.
I like to empower people. That's why I do what I do.
Will you
It feels
tell
good.
Will you tell everyone what you told me in the green room about the dogs that you had and what they would come in
Yeah.
and do?
Yes. So I used to run for many years, a lot of energy healing sessions with clients one-on-one. And then as soon as the client would be finished, I would open up the doors to my studio, and I had 2 dogs, 2 awesome dogs, one big one little one, and they would just come belting through. And they would run and they'd skid on the you know, the wooden floors, and they'd go from one end of the room to the other and move the energy and clean it within seconds.
Is that amazing?
I loved it. And I know that dogs clean our energy up really quickly.
But cleaning that energy is like protection.
Yeah.
It is protection.
You're right. I never looked at it that way, but you're right.
But it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And
Because-
cats do it too. I have a cat too.
Oh, yeah. Cats are
healers.
Great.
They're amazing healers.
Yeah.
I love them.
They read your mind so
They
incredibly,
are so
right, John?
advanced.
And they're healing purrs.
They're so advanced.
Yeah.
I did well.
Do you have a kitty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Many years ago, I started looking into purr healing. I had a CD out about purr healing
Wow.
because the purr
What
is
a great
amazing.
idea.
Yes. Yeah, and I believe if we had cats, or if we had not so much cats, but if we had the sound of the purr being pumped through recovery rooms in hospitals, people would recover a lot quicker because the purr is actually known to mend bone.
Wow. That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You
Yeah.
need to write you've put that in your book.
Yeah. It's interesting,
I'm
isn't it?
serious. Oh.
Can you imagine
oh.
waking up to in a purr chamber while you're recovering from something, or if you were ill and you were put in a purr chamber?
I would love that because I would feel peaceful. It would make me
It'd be
okay.
awesome.
It'd be
Okay, ask
awesome.
about ringing in the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask her about the ringing in the ears phenomenon.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a lot of people are getting that high-pitched sound bzz, sort of through one ear or the other. Sometimes it sounds a little bit like a fax machine, you know, that sound that tunes in and tunes out. So it's different to tinnitus, so it's not a like constant ringing. And then this very much I feel is when you're being downloaded with messages from soul, from your guides, where we're being communicated on a higher level of vibration. And so many people get it. And I talk about it on my Facebook page a lot. And I hear people say, oh my God, I thought I was going crazy. I've never heard anyone talk
That's
about it.
incredible. Elisa's going, I hear it all the
Get that
time.
all the time.
John's
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
you know what?
yeah.
It's like the sounds of silence.
Yes.
I hear it.
Yes.
I hear
Yes.
them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And silence is everything, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like our spiritual Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it is. And that's that's us being communicated
Yeah.
with. And when that happens, you know, you just silently say thank you and get excited because you know you're going to go up to another level afterwards.
It's so true.
It's good.
So how can we keep in touch with you? How can all our CharVision people and
Okay, well, you can go to my website,
And what is that?
elizabethperu.com.
okay, ElizabethPeru.com, and it's a Peru.
Yeah, like the country.
Okay, ElizabethPeru.com.
Yeah, and my
And then-
Facebook page, which is Elizabeth S. Peru. And come on board to the tip-off Global Energy Forecast. I mean, I write it 7 days in advance for the whole globe.
And it's called the Tip-Off Energy Forecast.
Yeah.
So if we,
You see it on my
every
website.
day we can go there and we can see it.
It's a subscription service. So you subscribe to it for 3 months or
Right.
a year. It's great value for what you get. I
Of
always
course.
give you so many bonuses. I give you videos and I give you guides to the eclipses and Mercury retrograde. And I write very practically and down to earth. So you
Right.
can understand. If you ever wanted to know about the planets, I talk to you in a way that you can understand.
It sounds like you're onto something here, dear Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's working well now. We're getting there.
Yeah,
It's been a long
sounds like
time.
it.
You know, you got to be consistent, but it comes through.
sounds like it, but
Yeah.
I think I'm going to sign up for it because I want to hear what
I think we'll just give it to you, Char.
really.
Yeah. You'd love it.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
really, I'm truly interested.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I believe that we can learn from astrology and numerology and
Yeah, I like to mix it all up.
yeah,
And
but
soul.
and soul.
Soul's the leader.
I feel like you're like a pioneer in this thing you're creating.
I don't mind leading. It's good.
You're what sign are you?
I'm Cancer.
Oh, you are? Oh, so you're really sensitive, huh?
I'm sensitive, yeah.
You're sensitive to the earth. And so what can you leave us with? What is one thing that you can leave all of us with and with your positive energy?
Okay, I would encourage everyone out there to become their own role model of their own life. So to wake up every day and to look in the mirror and say, that's my role model, me.
It's our role model, me in the planetary changes that we're evolving with.
Yeah, because it's all about, there's one soul in the whole universe and it's you.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for everyone. And that's all we need to know. And we focus on that. There's no fear, there's no judgment, there's nothing. We just become ourselves.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for being here.
Oh, blessings. It's been my honor. Thank
you're
you for
so
having
sweet.
me.
So
I
sweet. You're
really
going to come
enjoyed
back,
it.
won't you?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to come back to Los Angeles more,
Well,
I have a feeling.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to come for the expo again next year. And
Okay, good.
who knows what will happen in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Blessings.
Blessings to you, sweetheart.
Yep.
Oh, don't go away. I forgot. This isn't a tape show. Don't go away. Well, who do we have?
Brandi Veil.
Oh, we have Brandi Veil. Oh, we have a healer. She's got a great story. Oh, and we have a reading. Oh, well. Is it Man on the Street or just... Oh, and one of the Man on the Street readings. Those were really, really fun. That's my favorite thing that I do. Okay, don't go anywhere. Come back. Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done. It's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. Hi, we are back, and I have a lovely, lovely woman here. Her name is Brandi Veil, and she's a healer, and she has an incredible story to tell us. So, Brandi, you're a mother of 2 boys, yes, but you were in a terrible car accident, and tell us what happened.
Well, it was initiated by a request, right? We have to ask for things to happen. Mm-hmm. I was in a horrible relationship for many, many years, and it was time. Went out of an argument one day and said, God, whose life is this? Whose life is this? This isn't my life. I said, get me out of this story, get me out of this experience. I just want to bask in your beauty. I want to bask in your presence. I want to bask in your light. I envision me spinning in a circle like a hippie chick, and braids in hair and a white dress and the flowers, the whole thing. You know, I visualized this, like I was hardcore about it. And a month later, car accident in a taxi, Las Vegas.
Oh.
Luckily, you know, it wasn't my fault.
Wait, no,
it was the taxi driver's fault.
Were you in the car by yourself, or?
No, I was with my fiance at the time.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. The one I was trying to get away from.
Okay, I understand that.
From the time of
I
separation.
think many of us have been in that movie.
I'm so blessed now, though.
Yeah, and so what happened during the accident? You were injured?
So 3 days of a coma,
Get out of here.
Yeah. 3 days.
Do you remember it?
I don't, because I was quadruple concussion. I got hit pretty hard in the face, quadruple concussion, speech impediment, the whole thing. The good thing is nothing on the physical outside was damaged. It was all neurological, which sprung into where we are today, right? Because something opened up. Yeah.
Tell us what opened up.
Oh God, it's a whole long story, but
it's a healing. It's your healing that you do, right?
Yes. So basically, through the pain and the suffering, I kept on praying over my water, my bath water. I would just lay my hands over the bath water. I would have this envision of the water being able to heal me. I was raised as a Christian, and so that part of it really made sense to me. And each time I would get into this bath water, I would imagine these colors. And now at this time, I had no idea about healing work, no modalities, no sensitivity. It was just, I was a party animal. I would just like to have fun, you know? And here I was healing my water, and then soon enough, I called upon a spirit of something. And one morning, I rolled my hands up through the water, and I started doing, and I was like, what?
You were chanting.
I didn't know that's what it was, though. I didn't know. I just know that I had been praying super hard for 3 years. And then I said one more time, and I was like, something said, just relax, it's okay. And I went, oh my God, that's what those monks do.
That is what those monks do.
And I let it take me.
Is it a monk that
At that time, no.
No.
No, my guides are very powerful, very powerful angelic guides.
That makes sense. And you healed yourself.
Yes. There's another vision that really stands out for me, and it was laying in the bed, having the feelings of tapping and touching on my feet, and just knowing, okay, well, I know this isn't me. I know something is happening. And then another voice spoke to me and said, look at the plug on the wall. And I looked at the plug on the wall, and it said, you're being rewired. Yeah, very interesting. And so I just lay there and receive it.
But you heard the thought.
Yeah.
The thought came to you, and you were aware of the thought.
Right.
But do you believe that when you were in the accident, you were jolted and something happened to that happened to your brain that allowed you to be able to listen?
I believe that I was saved to come and do something very specific here, and I know what that is now. And I believe that those gifts happened because I asked for it.
Right.
And I knew, I said, use me, oh Lord, use me, use me, use me. And, through my healing process was a 3-year of pain and suffering, Neurontin, Vicodin, Somas, you name it, I was on all of it. I don't know how I function.
You're a miracle. No, seriously, I believe in miracles.
Yeah.
And you're a miracle.
Yeah.
I do believe in miracles. And you are a miracle.
Thank you.
And okay, but you're a miracle who's giving back.
Boy, oh my goodness.
A miracle who's giving back.
I can't stop. I'm involved in social impact, social currency, human capital. And that's only one side of the business. I have a personal development coaching where I do healing and life coaching. That's my website, healingandlifecoaching.com.
Okay, got that, everybody? Healingandlifecoaching.com. Is it underneath there?
We have brandiveil.com. Is that okay? Or
use healingandlifecoaching.com.
You got it.
Healingandlifecoaching.com.
You got
because you work with people in businesses?
I have two sides of my gifts.
Tell me about this.
One-on-one personal development. So I can take the body's energy after doing a reading and doing chakra balancing and really understanding what the grids look like.
Right.
And then from there, I come up with a customized package to help that person kind of peel away the layers. You know how this work is. If you haven't had this work done before, it can be super deeply rooted, or it can be pretty surface. So you can come to me and in 30 minutes I can clear you of all of that chaos, or we can dive super deep and find out some ancestry work, some files, some deeply rooted causes of whatever you're going
that people
through.
are blocking themselves.
Yeah.
And so you help them unblock them, and you open them up to heal.
Yeah, I mean, on the simple, most simple terms, to feel like you went and had a massage or went to the spa, just an hour session.
That's
if you really want to do the
can't
work.
do better than that.
If you want to do the
and
work.
you have two boys.
I do.
And how do they understand this? Do they understand the healing process?
So my first son is 17 years old, and
Teenager.
right. So he saw Mama be totally different than she is,
Oh my
or was
goodness.
after the car accident, right?
Wow.
And he thought I was. He didn't understand it. No, he didn't understand it. Especially when I started doing meditation, started going to spiritual center, and started understanding. I started hanging out with some interesting folks too. He's like, "What are all these weird people?"
And does he understand now, or he'll learn?
Well, you have to show by example.
Right.
And so when I had my second son, he's 18 months now.
He's 18 months
Yes,
old?
yes.
He's a baby.
Yes.
Oh, well, he's going to be like amazing.
Oh yeah.
You can tell already just by that. And your older son will come around.
No, he has come around. No,
He has. That's good that he's come around. But
I mean, when you walk around the whole house doing this, can you feel my energy?
oh, that's really special.
Yeah.
That's so special. Okay, so how people can get a hold of you, how again?
You can go to healingandlifecoaching.com. I use several different modalities. So if you're into crystal therapy or you want to know about crystals, they're my little guides. I like to use them.
Okay.
I use a system called Matrix Energetics.
What is that?
It's basically working in the body's energy.
Okay.
The human energy output. And what that is, I mean, you can pretty much hold your hands. Most of your audience is going to know how to feel their energy.
Well,
Let's
maybe.
do it.
Maybe not. Yeah.
So if you just rub your hands.
Okay.
And you just
Everybody's rubbing.
pause for a second. And if you're watching, just do that. You can feel a little shift. Now pull just about an inch away. Feel magnetized, and then push together. And then pull away again.
It's electrical.
Go a little bit further. Yeah, very electrical, especially in here. And then kind of rotate it. Start to build this energy.
Wow.
And you can breathe in the heart and push into your hands. And you can grow this ball of energy as much as you want. And this was the practice I used to start healing my neck. I placed it around my neck, and I just held that energy and that life force. And now if you're out there and you get headaches, you can do the same thing. You just wipe it around your head, wipe your body. You can do this throughout your day, and you'll start to see that some of that static.
I like this. You taught me something today. Thank you so much. Seriously, this is good. I suggest you guys do this. I'm gonna like this. It really works.
Yes.
Heal or heal thyself.
Heal or heal thyself. Healing right now, healing from within, healing others because you've been healed. It's the only way that we can do it. Otherwise, it's
true.
just the ego. The ego is going to stand out, and I can heal you. And I know that you had asked me some questions early on in my email, and I know I wanted to talk about this one question, and it was, how do we heal ourselves? How do we heal ourselves? You have to go within. You have to believe that you have that power.
I write in my books, ego is ego, edging God out.
There's something about understanding what utter peace feels like before you can move into it. And if you have all these, if you do this and you touch around your body, you could feel the chords and the clicking and the static, and you don't know what it is. You have attachments to a lot of things. You're not going to get a clear read,
But you definitely are like an electrical current. You are. I can feel that about you. You're like plugging into the wall. This lady's definitely has gifts. Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing them with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to be here with you.
It's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay, don't go away, everybody. There's going to be a reading now. Oh, it's a man on the street reading, and total strangers in Burbank. I think you'll like it. I hope you like it. I had a great time doing it. Just watch it. Thank you. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, come on in.
Hi.
What's your name?
Well, I go by Yesenia.
Yesenia.
Yes.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you
They're
too.
getting me all these people with really hard names, and I'm so worried I'm not going to get their family's names. Okay, come over here. Yesenia.
Yes.
Okay, I need you to look there because
Oh, okay.
people want to see your beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I just need you to be open-minded about people living and deceased, and not just focus on one thing, but be open about people living and deceased, and the names, because sometimes two people may share the same name or initials, so if you can be open-minded about people, two people may share, it might be a middle name of someone living, and the last name is someone deceased, or whatever. So
Okay.
if you can do that, that would be great. Okay. Do you have somebody moving away from you, or are you moving away from something, or changing your space in any way?
Actually, I had a brother who just came to visit us, and he's leaving today.
He's leaving today. Okay, yeah, because I see somebody moving or moving on. Okay, so that's your brother.
Yes.
Okay.
He visited yesterday, and then he left today. He's actually leaving.
And then, who's the ones who has an issue with their body? Is that your mom? Or who has an issue with a health issue?
My mom.
Your mom. Yeah. And I feel like, does she have a doctor taking care of her?
Yes, she does.
She's on top of everything,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Are you the one that takes care of your mom?
Yes.
You keep an eye on her, right?
Yes.
I feel like you can control this. I feel like whatever's wrong with your mom, or that she can control it with medicine,
Oh,
or
yes, with medicine.
with medicine, I feel like she can control this. You're in a house though, right?
Yes.
Was there leaking in your roof, or is there a problem in your house? Like, it needs repair?
Everything needs repairing. No, we did have a leak a couple years back.
Okay, but I feel like there's still something. Is there a leak under a sink or something? Because I'm feeling that water.
Actually, my sink is clogged.
Your sink is clogged?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I see that there's repair needed. Now, who would be telling me this? Is your grandma on the other side? Is your grandma deceased?
No.
Or your dad?
My mother-in-law
Your mother-in-law.
passed away.
Your mother-in-law's passed away.
Yes.
Who had cancer? Did she have cancer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. Is she the A or M person?
No.
Is there an A or M person? Is your grandma, or an
E.
Is E your mother-in-law?
My mother-in-law.
She starts with E?
Yeah, she starts with E.
I think she's trying to come to me. Is it E with an N or M in it? Or an L in it?
An L.
Is it E-L?
Yes.
Like Ellie or Ella or Elsie? I don't know the name. It's a name I don't know.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, okay. I feel like she's around you. Who had a cancer scare then? Why is she talking about this?
That was my husband.
Your husband had a cancer scare. Okay, because she's saying that they caught it. Is he on medicine now as well?
No, actually, it wasn't cancer. It turned out to be his asthma was causing his lungs.
Okay,
to get
because
a little
she's
clogged.
saying that they can fix this, or whatever the cancer scare was, they can fix
Yeah,
it.
no, he's been
And that he's
treated,
okay,
yes.
and he's okay. They're
Yes.
watching over. Oh, and she's showing me somebody lost a baby, or had a miscarriage, or do you know if she ever had a miscarriage or lost a child?
She had many miscarriages. when she
Yeah,
was
because
younger.
she's saying that she's with some of the spirits 3?
2.
You have 2?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have little ones? Or are they like 7 or 8?
I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old.
A 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. Okay,
Yes.
so there's a 7-year-old. Okay, who's the one that's very smart? Is that the 7-year-old?
I think she's very smart.
And okay, I feel like that she's going to, and also creative.
She's very creative, that's right.
Have you thought of sending her to a special school for creativity or to help her?
No, actually, no, I haven't.
She's going to do this one day. There's going to be a day where she's going to go to school and do something creative. She's going to excel at something
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh, that's awesome.
And is the little one more, athletic or rambunctious or running around?
You're very rambunctious, very runny.
Okay, you got to watch that one from, I don't know, running outside without telling you, or
Oh my God,
running
yes.
around, running
That's-
away.
Yes, that's her, yes.
This one, the youngest one, see, your mother-in-law is watching the kids. She's keeping an eye on these kids. And she's saying the younger one you have to really keep an eye on so there's no trouble with him or problems with him. And also in the car. He's up and down, this child is up and down in the car.
Yes.
You have to make sure is it a she?
Yes.
You have to make sure she is, that she's safe in the car. You got to discipline her. I think you're not disciplining her.
I'm sure.
You're yelling too much.
Yes, I do.
You yell too much.
Yes.
You need to maybe talk to someone at the school or a good child psychologist on how to handle her, because she's all over the place and she's going to run the whole house, and she's out of hand. But I just don't want anything to happen that would cause you grief. That's why I'm telling you to keep an eye on her. Okay? Okay. But do you work with food at all? Who works with food? Did your mother-in-law? Does your mom? Or are you just a good cook?
I wish.
No.
I just started cooking more often.
Was your mother-in-law a cook?
She was when she was. Oh, there, my husband would.
Ethnic food.
Oh, ethnic. My mom would do a lot of cooking.
I don't know why they're showing this to me. Do you have something coming up where is there like a celebration or?
Actually, a baby shower. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's it. But I see somebody cooking. I see food. I see celebration. She must know about this. Is this family, the baby shower, or a friend?
It's a friend.
Okay, I'm not sure why I'm getting that.
Okay.
And also, did you have any issue around your stomach? Or do you have any like scars around your stomach?
It's my C-section.
C-section, that's what I'm seeing. C-section. Okay, you're fine. I'm not worried about your health. But I do see you wanting to do more with working, or maybe when your child's in school,
Yes.
you're going to go back to work.
Yes. Mostly, I changed it to go back to school, actually.
Okay, then
Actually
school.
finish
But
my, yeah.
you're going to get it. You're going to get your degree because you're going to go to work. And it'll be good for you. Don't give up your dreams.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm done.
Oh, cool.
Okay, thank you so
No,
much.
thank you.
It's my pleasure. You ready?
Yes.
I've had such a good time today on my show. I hope you have. I want to thank my guests for being here, and Sonny. And Sonny's a big boy now. He's gonna be 21. I'm gonna take him to the bars. No, that's silly, right? Maybe a little gambling, maybe. Anyway, take good care of yourselves and stay in the white light. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. See you next week.